Well, welcome back to the broadcast. I'm so glad you guys are here. In fact, I'm excited I'm still here and have the ability to talk to you guys about what's truly going on because it's absolutely heartbreaking that you're not getting the real story from the mainstream media, which has really brought me to do what I do today, to give you the real story and the straight story and not the government ordained state media story that most of us are getting. But with that, there are a lot of bizarre, unusual, strange things happening over in China. And there's a lot of rumors surfacing regarding what seems to be like another COVID-19 style emergency, if you will. And I just kind of want to give you guys my assessment on the entire thing and kind of just give you a little reprieve on that, because I think a lot of what is going on is fear panic yet again, and fear is not good for any of us. But before I dive in, you got to check out my sponsor, my longtime sponsor, GetTheTea.com. This stuff has changed my life. Look, if you've got digestive issues of any kind, this thing will absolutely help you. This is like a normal for me, and they've got multiple flavors, by the way, but this one is my absolute favorite. But the good news is, if you're looking to clear out all that holiday stuff and junk that you put in your body, GetTheTea.com has the answer. And right now they have this amazing special buy two, get one free. And if you use the coupon code LISA, that's just Lisa, Lisa, you're going to get 10% off in addition to what you buy. And they also have all kinds of other supplements. But by far, please check this out if you've had any kind of digestive issues. And even if you don't, you want to keep yourself cleansed. So go to getthetea.com. You want more information, click that more button or click in the description box below. All right. So let's dive into this mystery event that is going on over in, China. That is really coming down hard, specifically on the children over there. Take a look. And this is on CBSNews.com. Surge in respiratory illness among children in China, and it's swamping hospitals. The article goes on to state that hospitals across China, the nation where the COVID-19 pandemic first emerged about 4 years ago, are grappling with a significant surge in respiratory illnesses among children. The primary is being seen in Beijing and the northern regions. The rise in cases has been making headlines in China and rising concerns internationally as Chinese doctors are working overtime to care for the huge flood of small patients. But health experts say there is no immediate cause for international concern regarding the surge in respiratory illnesses, which include pneumonia. The new cases are not on the scale of initial COVID-19 outbreak and are not due to any new or unusual diseases, according to scientists. Quote, in the current outbreak of respiratory illness, the reported symptoms are common to several respiratory diseases, and as of now, at the present time, Chinese surveillance and hospital systems report that the clinical manifestations are caused by known pathogens in circulation. And that is according to the World Health Organization, and they stated that last week. Speaking of the World Health Organization, barf. But anyway, here they are. Upsurge in respiratory illness among children in northern China. And here's what they're reporting and saying. They said on November 22nd, the World Health Organization identified media and pro-med reports about clusters of undiagnosed pneumonia in children's hospitals in Beijing and Liaoning and other places in China. Now, they actually, on the 23rd, they said that they held a teleconference with Chinese health authorities from Chinese Center for Disease Control and Prevention in the Beijing Children's Hospital, facilitated by the National Health Commission and National Administration of Disease Control and Prevention. And they're saying that basically it is what they say it is, and that the uptick is due to myoplasma pneumoniae, RSV, and other influenza viruses, and I believe some including COVID as well. But the World Health Organization goes on to say that they are monitoring the situation in close contact with national authorities in China, which just behooves me because it's not like China has really been honest with the United States of America, especially regarding what happened the first time with the COVID-19 pandemic when they held back some of the statistics. But either way, what is freaking everybody out about this is this in particular, and this is on the sun.co.uk. Hands, face, space. China brings back masks and social distancing and chilling echo of lockdown over mystery outbreak 4 years on from COVID. And here are some of the footage that you can see of mask wearers inside hospitals there that are sweeping across Beijing and other areas. And that's kind of the pictures that they're talking about, just a few of them. But here's kind of the number that a lot of people are quoting, or some are quoting. It says Beijing's Children's Hospital told state media CCTV that at least 7,000 patients were being admitted daily to the institution. And then also it followed up on the largest pediatric hospital in nearby Wuhan, reportedly receiving more than 13,000 children through its doors. So as you can see, there is an uptick. Now, it's not just an uptick in China alone. And hold with me because I'm going to get to my assessment here in a minute, but it also is happening, at least in Europe as well. Take a look. This is on express.co.uk. Fresh epidemic fears as child pneumonia cases surge in Europe after China outbreak. It goes on. Cases of pneumonia in children are rising in Europe as a second country reports an uptick in the deadly respiratory disease. The Netherlands Institute for Health Services Research has reported that 80 out of 100,000 children in the country between the ages 5 and 14 came down with pneumonia last week. And by the way, that is also called the white lung syndrome. But also here in the U.S., they're reporting a little bit of an uptick as well. This is Fox News. D.C. area hospitals report uptick in sick visits as global concern for respiratory illness grows. It goes on. The mystery respiratory illnesses that are reportedly wreaking havoc in hospitals in China are now raising concerns for the medical community across the country and impacting Washington, D.C., according to reports. Fox 5 DC has learned that hospitals, emergency rooms, urgent care locations, and clinics are reportedly seeing an uptick in sick visits. All right, so we have from China to Europe to DC, we're seeing upticks in hospitalizations of children. But here's my 2 cents. Number one, the mainstream media loves to exaggerate. And quite frankly, personally, some of you may or may not agree with me on this, but I don't trust the mainstream media because over the years, they have pretty much shown that 90% of the time, maybe 80% of the time, what they say has been literally the opposite. We already know that a lot of the media is backed by big money, and so they're kind of jaded. That's why I guess news channels like myself are continually growing, by the way. But the truth of the matter is, I don't trust the mainstream media. So here's my assessment. First of all, we need more information. We don't have enough information about what's going on in China. Second of all, China has lied to us before. They haven't been forthcoming. So we got to wait and see. I, for one, am not concerned. I'm not worried because fear gives power ultimately to those who are in power, who desperately want to take power and control from us, the American people. And I don't want to be one that feeds into that kind of stuff. So is there anything to panic over? I absolutely don't think so. Do we want to monitor and watch it? Absolutely. We do want to monitor and watch it because the truth of the matter is when these governors, as they've shown with what happened in the COVID-19 pandemic, when they locked us all down, threw us in masks and told us we had to stay in our homes and social distance and literally made people forced people out of their jobs, right? Completely wreaking havoc on our economy, Bidenomics. But anyway, they're already fighting these battles in court to do it again. Over in New York, take a look at this article, rochesterfirst.com. Hochul administration wins appeal in lawsuit over quarantine orders. Now, she was taken to court over the first time she tried to implement quarantine orders there in New York. Unfortunately, the New York people lost the case. She won, and now she has the authority to quarantine her citizens at will if there is some kind of outbreak. And we're not really sure how long she can keep them quarantined. But either way, this is the kind of power grab that we're going to see a lot more of here in the United States of America. That's why I want to say this. I'm not worried about it. We're going to watch it and wait here on the channel and on Restricted Republic. We're going to keep a close eye on it. And I'm going to keep you up to date. But again, the other thing that we need to consider is this is winter time. This is a normal uptick. And to be frank, hospitals get full all the time. All the time. I can go back to news articles, even on the mainstream media news, because they hate to tell you this part, from 2000 to 2010 to different times where we've had multiple cases of hospitals filling up due to, respiratory viruses or the flu or fill in the blank. So I see this as maybe it's an uptick from normal, sure, but that's not uncommon, especially on a global scale. Here in the United States of America, hospitals do fill up off and on all the time. So am I worried? No. Am I going to watch it and see? Could it be something else? Sure. But either way, we don't know. We don't have all the answers. So anyhow, wanted to bring that to you guys so you can rest in what's going on in knowing all of that. With that, I want to remind you guys that I do have a Rumble channel. And I want you guys to check that out. My channel is Restricted Republic. It's right here. You can see it. It's not under my name. It's under Restricted Republic. But go there and subscribe and follow us on Restricted Republic because we post so much information on there. Even exclusive video content's there, but not as many as exclusive as Restricted Republic. You're getting the whole enchilada on that. But anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I love you all. I'm Lisa Haven signing out.